So I was watching the NBA Finals last night, and about 6 different times commercials for the Phoenician scheme playing it up as the comedy event of the summer. And I scratched my head over this. I had just seen the movie earlier in the afternoon. Like, is this really for the NBA Finals audience? It's for a few of them. It's quirky, it's weird, it's typical Anderson. And you'll definitely probably know if you like this movie just by saying Wes Anderson out loud. Now, I like the bare bones element of this movie. The problem eternally with Anderson is his formal elements, his intricate design, his cold style of acting. He's got all the actors, they never smile in this movie. And all the arcane trivia that he's throwing at you with a convoluted plot. All of that is suppressing or throwing down to me some of the cool and, well, I should mix metaphors, warm, bare bones elements. This is, of course, like some of these other movies, a estranged father reconciling with a daughter, with the typography of he's an amoral businessman and a worldly one, an atheist. She's a nun, or going to become a nun in the process of doing so, shunning quote-unquote worldly stuff. And so the movie is moving towards their amalgamation. He is trying to give her his money. He is being pursued by governments. He's a sort of a rogue industrialist. People trying to assassinate him. So he's trying to have an heir, and she is his heir. And so the two are going to amalgamate over the course of this movie as they go through a series of adventures. The scheme of this movie, the Phoenician scheme, this takes place Lebanon, Syria, I think the mid-20th century, I think 1950s. He's got a bunch of infrastructure projects in what I think is the Levant, trans-mountain railways, dams, and he's got a ton of money invested in this. He's got to change the deal for various weird reasons. So he goes to a series of investors, 5 different investors, and renegotiates his deals with them. That allows Anderson to cast famous actors who've been in his movies in bit parts, like Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Benedict Cumberbatch, Scarlett Johansson, Jeffrey Wright. You're going to see all of them in these sort of investor parts where the Benicio del Toro Corda character is going to meet up with them and have sort of weird interactions, which allows Anderson to show off and have fun design-wise. I like the adventure espionage aspects of this movie. The movie literally starts off with a bang in the third shot, which is probably the most exciting Wes Anderson thing to ever happen in one of his movies. And I like the father warming to the daughter stuff. But I found in this movie, for the first time, what I think Wes Anderson's really about, at least in some of his movies. I always thought of him as the child prodigy. He's got a number of child prodigies with extremely high IQs in his movies, and he foregrounds them and their sensibilities and sort of loves them. In this movie, you, the audience, are that sort of person, or he is, and he's showing off his shoebox of oddities to you. I always thought his movies are like the French Dispatch a couple movies ago, or sort of film literary magazines, but really they're shoebox oddities. Take out your shoebox of weird stuff you've collected, and they may have nothing to do with each other. Take them out, arrange them on the screen, and maybe an audience will like them, maybe not, but it's up to you to like his shoebox full of oddities. Literally in this movie, the industrialist Corda character keeps his business plans and his wealth in shoeboxes, and his daughter is going to open them up a few times in this movie. Thus, I think the movie, that's a meta commentary sort of. The movie itself is like that, and maybe all of his movies are these shoeboxes of oddities. And he pulls out cooked pigeons, he pulls out hand grenades, he pulls out the market manipulation of rivets. He pulls out Norwegian entomologists here, and a lot of bugs in this movie. Michael Cera does a really fun role in this movie playing that entomologist character. But you're going to have all these different weird things, and it's an encyclopedia of things, and if you don't like them, okay, fine. But if you do, you'll probably cackle like the guy sitting behind me in the movie screening I attended. In praise of Anderson, I must say, he makes me think. I have to sit with his movies for a long time, hours, even a couple days, to kind of come up with what I think about them, which is good because a lot of this brand fast food franchise fare that's in all the movie theaters now, you can react to quickly and just throw them away. So I like that he's at least up to some kind of stylization that's really intriguing. and he forces me to sort of sit with his movies for a while. As well, he's the best director ever in terms of typography. He loves fonts. He loves throwing different fonts out at you, and they're absolutely beautiful and stunning. I love the end credit fonts. I want to start to use that one. So that's one of my favorite things about him. But, you know, you've got this delight in visuals and forms with the undelight of the acting and the characters are so cold and distant. And then there's so many weird things in this movie. The weirdest being a basketball game, I think, under a Syrian mountain, in a train tunnel between Tom Hanks and Bryan Cranston versus Benicio del Toro and Riz Ahmed. And I don't understand why there's basketball in this movie. It's just all these weird oddities happen. So you either love them and live with them, and you go, what the hell's going on in this movie? And then there are weird black and white visions that the main character, the Corda character, has of the afterlife or the transcendent. They may be just weird dreams, and they may be, you know, the actual transcendent nature of reality. There's some biblical overtone. The word biblical is used in this movie, but I can't tell if it's for postmodern play or if it's like a little bit serious because of the female nun character in the movie. But nevertheless, God shows up in this movie. Okay. You're gonna have to see the movie to see who plays God and how they play God. But I find the religion versus worldliness in this movie quite a bit shallow, and I think it's for show more than for, you know, philosophical intrigue. Nevertheless, I think Anderson is dealing with what's the meaning of reality to some extent, and it's through the aesthetic wonderment of his movies that he's finding meaning, which is delightful to his fans. So enjoy this movie, certainly if you are one. Okay, my Anderson credentials, I'm quite a bit different from everybody else who likes Rushmore and the Royal Tenenbaums and all that. I've liked his last couple movies the best out of them all, and so this is in a later Anderson period, this Phoenician Scheme movie, and so I kind of dug it after thinking about it for a while. It's 3 to 3.5 stars. I probably would watch it again, probably because I like the plot, and I like how the two main characters are coming together in the movie in the weirdest possible ways, and Michael Cera's performance is really fun. So all in all, this is a movie I should be praising in 2025 because the franchise fare is ridiculous and overwhelming, and movie theaters are turning into McDonald's and Burger King. And here, Wes Anderson is cooking up some crazy, interesting oddity of, you know, haute cuisine, which this is a metaphor that's actually in the movie to some extent, so I'm using it. And so I find it fascinating to find something weird, quirky, and interesting in the movie theaters these days. That's exactly what this movie is. Did you see the Phoenician Scheme? What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments, and please subscribe to this channel for more great content. Thank you. Have a great day.